Hi guys, it's Doreen and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to make this video because I'm going to be talking about my quarantine favorites, and I'm the most excited because I'm going to be able to share with you guys some recommendations and just some things I really like. So maybe you guys will discover some new things, or we get to kind of like bond over things that we get really excited about, and I'm just really looking forward to making this video. We're going to be talking all about movies, books, TV shows, different skincare and makeup, as well as workouts, and all that kind of information will be right in this video. And let's just get right into it. So number one of things that I've been loving during the quarantine is books. So with books, I used to read a ton of books when I was younger. I especially loved reading series, and especially young adult series. And over the years, I've just been noticing that I haven't been reading as much. And one of my kind of like goals for this year was to read more books, and I thought what better way to start than during quarantine. So I do have a list of a few books that I have been reading, as well as some books that I want to read once it's over. But let's just start with the books that I've currently read / reading. So the first books I've been reading is the Hunger Games series. I previously haven't read these, but right before the quarantine started, I did go to the library and I decided that I wanted to read the first book, so I decided to pick it up. And I've had this book for a while now because since the quarantine, the library has been closed, and they just said for everyone who checked out any materials just to keep it until the library opens again. So I really took my time reading this book. I think it took me about a week and a half or so, and I loved it. It was very simple to read, so I decided to go ahead and read the second one. I do own the second book and I have had it, and I think I finished the second one in about a week. I try to take my time with it because while I was reading the second one, I was trying to find a way to order the third one, which I was able to find on eBay, and I think I paid about $5 for it. It was used and I just cleaned it and it was in pretty good condition. So now I am currently reading this one. I'm trying to slow down my reading just because I could finish books super quickly and I kind of want to take my time with them, so this is where I'm at with this one. I've been really enjoying reading them. They're super easy to read and pretty straightforward, so it's just some very interesting books, and I've been happy to read these ones. Up next we have this book. It's called How to Be an Overnight Success, and this one is from Maria, or the author. Her name is Maria. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but she has a very long last name. But she is the founder and CEO of Rodial, and Rodial is a makeup and skincare company. So this book, she wrote it as kind of like tips on making it in the business world, and I love the aesthetic of the book and everything. It just looks super pretty, so it makes it a little bit more enjoyable to read too. But the text is pretty big and it's very straightforward in the way that it's laid out, which is nice. But I just borrowed this book from my sister, and I haven't finished this one yet, but I have been really enjoying it, and especially that type of industry. It's just very interesting, so I really do recommend this one. So up next we have TV shows, and I'm really excited to talk about this one because I have a few TV shows that I've been really enjoying watching during the quarantine. And the first one is this really cute and girly show called Find Me in Paris. It is probably one of my favorite shows ever. It is about this girl named Lena, and she is a ballerina in Paris in 1905, and she time travels to the future, or modern day 2018, 2019. The third season should be coming out fall of this year, so I'm just really looking forward to it. It's just overall a really cute show. There's not too much drama, and it's just really cute and girly, and just the way it's laid out, I love watching it. I've seen it now twice, and it's on Hulu if you guys are interested in watching it. It's really a show that you don't have to think too much about and just can really enjoy. There's a lot of romance and just a lot of very fun and interesting things. So the next show is called Skam Belgium, or What the Fock with an O. It is a remake of a popular Norwegian show which was remade into, I think, maybe 8 different countries. And Belgium was one of them. It is one of the most popular shows of the remakes. And so I recently watched it and I absolutely loved it. It's a super relatable show. So each season is based on a different character, and it just follows the life of these teenagers that are in high school in Antwerp. And overall, I just love the feeling of the show. If you guys are interested in watching it, I will have a link down below to the files in which you can watch it, because since the show is in Flemish, they do have English subtitles and it could be a little bit hard to find it. I actually knew about this show for a long time, but I just didn't know where I could watch it, and even Alexander, even though he's from Belgium, he wasn't able to find it for me with English subtitles. Up until recently, I was able to find it. So if you guys are interested, I will have the links for the first and second season. or the first and third season, and then the second season I did make a playlist on Dailymotion with all the episodes. But I just love this show. It is super interesting, and I love the pace of it, and the acting is really good. So I just overall really enjoyed the show. And then finally to our last show, we have 90 Day Fiancé, and oh my gosh, this is like one of my favorite / guilty pleasure shows to watch. I am completely all caught up on all the episodes. I'm watching them now while they're still running and coming out still every single week. I've seen basically every single spin-off show except for The Family Chantel. I think that one I've only seen the first and second episodes. But if you guys don't know what it is, it's a reality TV show about Americans who find love overseas and they have them as a fiance. They bring them to the United States, and then they have basically 90 days to get married, or else that person has to go back to their own country. And overall, it's just a really funny show and very dramatic. A lot of the people are really big characters in their lives, and it's just really entertaining. Been watching with Alexander, and then just recently my mom started getting into it too, so we've been all caught up with all the seasons. We love watching it together. If you guys are interested, they do have a few of the episodes on Hulu, and a good way to catch up on all the new seasons is to watch it on the TLC website or TLC Go. It's a lot of fun. It's really entertaining. And if you guys are looking for some quality entertainment, highly recommend 90 Day Fiancé. Up next, we have movies. One of the movies that I've really enjoyed watching over the quarantine was Parasite. And originally, I didn't really think too much of the movie before. Like, I've heard about it because of the Oscars, but I had no idea what it was. So when I was watching it, I went into it completely blind, and it just completely blew me away the way that this movie was set up and made, and just everything about it was just really unique and special. I really do recommend it, especially if you're not someone who normally watches foreign language movies, especially with subtitles. For me personally, I really don't mind watching movies with subtitles, and I love watching foreign language films and TV shows because I just feel like it opens up a whole new world for you to see different types of movies and just different genres as well. I also watch movies in English with subtitles, and same with TV shows, just because in general it makes it a lot easier for me to understand what's going on. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers for this movie, and I'm not going to give you too much information. If you guys are interested in watching Parasite, it is on Hulu, and same with this next movie, which is A Taxi Driver. And I personally liked the Taxi Driver movie a lot more than the Parasite movie. I just thought it was a really unique movie and just very special overall. I'm not going to tell you guys too much of what it's about, other than it's a true story and a really heavy movie, and for some people that might not be something they may be interested in, but for me, I just really enjoyed watching it. It was just a very suspenseful movie as well, and it is pretty long, but I really do recommend it. And then the last movie I recommend, it's not really just one movie, but it's just kind of like a collection of movies. But I've been loving to watch classic Disney movies on Disney Plus during the quarantine because I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love getting to watch the classics again, like all the Disney princesses, the Dalmatian movies, all the Pixar for like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. I've recently rewatched a lot of those. And especially with the classic Disney, it's very fun for me to get to watch them now that I'm older and get to understand it a little bit more too. So those are always really fun and entertaining. Now we've gotten to the makeup and skincare that I've been enjoying during the quarantine, and these are really things that I highly recommend. This video is not sponsored at all. It's really things that I personally enjoy and would love to share with you guys. So if you're looking for some new skincare or makeup, then here are some of my favorites. So the first one, this is in the skincare category, I guess, skincare / makeup remover. But this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cleansing Gel. Basically what it is, it's a makeup remover, and I just use this in the shower. I just pump a little bit into my hand, I get my face wet, and then I just run it all over my face, and it removes all the makeup. It's super good at removing makeup, and I love it a lot more than having to always use the wipes, which I feel really drags my skin. And I keep having to take more wipes to really get into the eye makeup. But this really removes everything. It leaves my skin feeling super soft, and it's not too expensive either. I think it's about $8 or $9 at Target, but I highly recommend this. I love using this, and it's super easy and convenient to use. Up next, we have Intelligent Nutrients Plant Stem Cell Refining Micro Polish, and it's basically a scrub for your face. I just use this about once a week, maybe once every week and a half, but I love the way that this stuff feels. I just wet my face, I use the scrub to cleanse my skin, and then I just rinse it off, and it leaves my skin feeling super soft and hydrated. It really smooths and exfoliates your skin. It just makes it feel super clean, so I love to use this before I apply makeup as well. And it's just overall a really good product, and I highly recommend it. And now we're on to makeup items I've been loving. The first one is the Benefit Brow Conditioning Primer. And I really like this product because recently my eyebrows have been getting a little bit sparse, especially in the ends. I found this product to be working for me, and I have noticed a difference in my eyebrows getting a lot thicker. In general, I like to have very natural looking brows, so I just use this as a primer before I fill in my eyebrows with powder. But it also helps to keep my eyebrow hairs in place and almost acts as like a gel. But this stuff works really good, and I have noticed a big difference and improvement in my eyebrows, so I really recommend it. Up next we have the Balm Alternative Rock Palette in Volume 2. And I've been loving this palette. I love the colors in it, and I've personally been using this probably the most out of all my palettes recently. I'm wearing it now. But I love the natural colors it has in here, and you can make a more dramatic look too, but I love the colors, how they are a little bit more matte, but then you have a few shimmers, but it's not too much either. So you can create a really natural look or a more dramatic look depending on what you want to go for. This one has definitely been one of my favorite palettes I've been loving, and I especially love the little mirror it has too. And then the last makeup palette we have is the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, and this one is super cute. I love the packaging for it. It's a very pink palette, and it looks like this. This is what the colors look like. I love it because you have a lot of the pinks, which you guys know I love pink, and a lot of the shimmers and glitters, but then you also have a few of the mattes as well. And all these colors are super pigmented. They go on really nicely. I've been loving to create different looks with this. I've been experimenting with different types of ideas that I have with the different colors and just kind of mixing them together as well. Next is workouts and exercise. So this is really, really important, especially because we have been staying home and basically being in quarantine. We're not going out anywhere. We're not, you know, going to the gym. But for me, it's really, really important to find ways to stay in shape and stay healthy and work out and just exercise overall at least once a day. It's just also mentally, it's helpful for me because it helps me kind of keep my mind off of everything that's going on. And it just helps me feel a lot better about myself and just better overall. So I'm not one of those naturally skinny people that could just eat whatever they want and not gain any weight. Some of the workouts that I've been doing is, first I've been doing Pamela Reif's YouTube workouts. If you guys don't know her, she's a German fitness model who is insanely fit. And I really like her workouts because they're not too long. And then I especially love her live workouts because it's very helpful to talk about which muscles to focus on. And it just kind of feels like she's a personal trainer for you. So I really love her workouts if you guys are interested. She also has different workout plans that you can follow throughout her free videos on YouTube. But yeah, they're a little bit hard, but you can choose if you want to start with the beginners or more intense or intermediate, and then which areas you want to focus on. Another exercise that I do is that I run about 3 miles every day around my neighborhood. But it just helps me to kind of have some time with myself and think about different things of the future, and just kind of mentally helps me out a lot. And it's a very independent thing I can do. And then the last form of workout slash exercise is going hiking. I love to go hiking in the area where I live. There is a lot of hiking trails, and this is very good for me because I'm able to go with my household. We can easily social distance from other people, and especially with a lot of the hiking trails, not a lot of people are going. So we're not running into a lot of people or having to wear masks all the time. So this way we can go outside, get some fresh air. And then the final topic of my favorites that we're going to be talking about is apps. And we'll start with the first one, which is Poshmark. So I've been loving to sell on Poshmark, and I've been taking this time to really focus on selling on Poshmark. If you guys don't know, I have my own shop on Poshmark, and I also manage my friend Rose's Poshmark. And I've been taking this quarantine time to organizing all the clothes that I have listed and need to list as well. With Poshmark, it's a really good way to make a little bit of extra money and get rid of a lot of clothes that you're not using or you're not interested in. It's just a really good way for you to go through your closet and see what you don't want anymore or you don't use. I personally find it to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when you make a sale, but also when you are able to find something that maybe you want to buy for yourself. The next app that I've been loving is TikTok. And I love TikTok just because it's a very entertaining app. I can be on there for hours and hours. I don't post that many videos, but when I do, it's mostly just for me to have fun. Another app that I've been using a lot is actually Instagram, and I've been taking a lot of pictures recently, especially indoors. I've been putting my camera on a timer and getting to be creative and just take some pictures of myself or of things around my room just to have like some inspo. I love Instagram to stay social and to keep in contact with my friends, but also get some inspiration. I'm planning to do a video also on how I edit my Instagram photos, so you guys can kind of see like the process goes into it, and I have a lot of tips that could maybe be helpful for you guys if you're interested. So watch out for that video in the future. I have pre-filmed some of it, but I just need to finish it up. The next app that I've been loving during the quarantine is Reddit, and I just recently became a Reddit user. I've actually liked the app for some time, and I've mainly used it to be on the Poshmark community on Reddit, just so I can hear some tips that people have or some struggles that they're going through, and just the advice that a lot of people have as well. So I learn a lot from other people on there, and I just find it to be really helpful. One thing that I love about Reddit is the communities that are on there. So you can pretty much find a community for everything. And I especially love the Ask Reddit page, just because some of the things that people ask and answer on there are super interesting. And then finally we're down to the last app, which is YouTube. And this is kind of for obvious reasons. Not only do I like actually making videos and it's been keeping me busy, but I love watching videos of other people and kind of like what they're doing and getting some ideas of things to do. But YouTube is just overall a great app, and it's just a really good form of getting some information or some entertainment. So all of that is all on YouTube. I really hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if you found it informative or you have some new recommendations or you just overall enjoyed the video, definitely let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!